Alright, now welcome back to the channel. I'm Lady Nika. Today we are talking about last night's episode of Too Close to Home. This is season 1 episode 4, Have You Heard? Now we're going to start off this episode with Anna and Victor together in the car. Remember, Victor is taking her via car back down to Happy, Alabama, and he trying to have a little conversation with her, but Pussy Pop is acting like she a little bit, stuck up, like she don't really want to have a conversation. And my thing is this, girl, if this man didn't help you, what would you do? Because clearly his man and your friend Valerie have turned their back on you, so don't be acting all funny with him. And he finally asked her, did she love the president? So I guess she realized, girl, I better say something, because this man could put me off on the side of the road at any moment. So she told him that no, she wasn't in love with him, but she was intrigued that someone as powerful as he would be interested in her. She was intrigued. Victor asked, did he ever share any of his personal info with her? She said, not really. He said, well, you better keep that to yourself, because your life could be in danger. She recalls, she began to tell him how how all of this really went about. Oh, did my camera move? Hold on, y'all. She went to talking about how this whole situation with the president started off. She says she is the person that would be able to give him the names of the people that he would be meeting with and taking pictures with. She said that's how it started off. And then he started acting like he couldn't hear her. So she would talk louder, and he told her, no, don't talk louder, come closer. So she did. And the closer she got so close one moment that she was actually ended up in a picture with them. But it started off with his hand just being in her lower back. By the 40th person that he was interviewing or taking pictures with, he had his hand on her ass, okay? Then he found a false ass way to get her in the Oval Office. Something, she was supposed to be coming down there to the Oval Office for something. I don't know why my camera keep moving. Hold on, y'all. Hopefully it'll understand what I'm trying to get accomplished here. Okay. But anywho, she say that he found some old dummy way of getting her up in that office, and next thing you know, once she was there, she was taking it from the back. It was all about that doggy, honey. It was about that doggy. He asked her if Victor asked her did she want that, was he putting pressure on her to do that? She said, no, I wanted to. I was willing. He didn't rape me. So she began to tell us that after that, he got really, really controlling. And she dealt with that for 2 years. She said she felt bad at times, but he had so much control over her. And I can believe that, because if you remember episode 1, that picture hadn't even been on the Instagram for 5 minutes before this man was seeing it. So he was controlling her, okay? She said she was stuck, and the last episode they had together, their last sex session, led to him having that heart attack. And Victor, like, I don't understand it. He said, because see what you're saying, all of this here could be a motive for murder. She said, well, I didn't do anything to him. He said, no, I'm not saying you did. But presidents don't usually have no heart attacks, because they have the best doctors at their disposal at all times to make sure that they straight. So I can't understand. It sounds like you were set up, plain and simple. Anna said, by who? He said, I don't know, but it sounds like a setup. She said, well, the first lady did pay me a visit, but she wasn't all that upset. She put me out or whatnot, but she wasn't really all that upset. He said, well, on TV, she was upset. She acted distraught, like her world was coming to an end because her man was hurt, honey. She played her role, okay? So, child, Next thing we know, Victor is telling Anna, look here, I ain't really gay. I'm more bisexual. He said before Dex, he was an escort, and he used to mess with these group of guys from time to time that were straight. It was fun. It was good sex, and they would go on about their life, and, after it was over, and everything was good. He also recalled working for a truck stop, if I'm not mistaken, get me together down in the panty. But he said that he met this guy one time, big, tall, handsome, good-looking dude, and they would have great sex in the bathroom. But this one time afterwards, dude got violent and wanted to whoop his ass. Well, he did whoop his ass to the point where he wound up in the hospital, and it was there that he met Dex. And he said life ain't been the same. He just went head on and committed to Dex, but he said, you know, honestly, Dex is kind of controlling, and part of why I helped you so much is to show him that he don't have no control over me. You're not going to control me. So, child, that's a whole bunch of pudding right there that we can't wait to figure out what it tastes like, okay? Now, next we see, the dude, remember that old dude with the little crew, the old Malone, old Mama Malone, is a random TV caller, calling that old looking dude that shot dude in the head and the blood splatter went all over JB face. Yeah, that dude right there. Child, he show up at the diner with Bonnie working. Now, it was Bonnie and a black lady that was working there. Now, apparently the black chick was off duty. It was time for her to go home, chung deuces. Well, Bonnie asked her to stop by and check on her kids for her and to check in on her mama. Old girl said yes to checking in with the kids, but no to the mama. She said she crazy and I can't go up in there. And I wants to know what's going on inside mama house that don't nobody want to go up in there. The little boy went up in there and throwed up and everything. So what's going on in mama house, honey? What mama living like? What mama look like? What didn't happen to mama? Because she couldn't have always been like that. Anyway, old boy was checking out the place, and Sheriff Mobley came by, and he asked Bonnie, did she see the news about her sister messing around with that president? Bonnie said no, and it can't be her sister. But Mobley said, child, go just look at news, honey. It tell you everything. She didn't really believe Sheriff Mobley, and she kind of brushed it off that he was even talking about that, because the little boy Mac, the one, Shelby's son, he came by there, and she was telling him again, look, when something going on, you don't mess with the guns. I got this, okay? I understand you was trying to help, but do not do that right there again. Keep your hands off these pistols. I'll deal with JB. And she gave him some food and sent him on his way, okay? So she go to the back of the diner where there's this little mini TV ad, and there she saw the story. It's all over the news about her sister child. Brody go check in with Dr. Allen with his old fine self. I'm talking about Brody, not Dr. Allen. And see that mess about Anna on TV too. He gets up and try to call Anna, but he don't get no answer. Then he remembered he had got that phone call that night when Anna called him from that bar. It was an unknown number, so he called that back, and true enough, the bartender confirmed it was her. He said, I ain't know who she was last night, but you know, via the news today, I know who she was. She was here. And he just kept talking, and really I don't think Brody felt like he was getting nowhere with him, so he wound up hanging up on the dude, okay? Next, we see Shelby and Rick, and they high like junkies be, and he asking her how she get all this money. She lied and said she brought a scratch out and won $2,000, okay? Then he started asking her pertinent questions like, which scratch off did you get and where you got it from? Then she happened to look up at that TV and see her sister, and tells Rick, you know, I need to go check on my sister. Let me hold your keys. So she gone on down to the diner. And y'all remember her and Bonnie ain't on the best of terms right now, because Bonnie's still mad about the sex with her man in his rig that day that she seen, okay? She wants to know what Anna's number is, because she concerned about her. Bonnie say, you could care less about Anna. You want to glow, okay? She lied about it, saying that she want to really check on her sister and see how she doing. Bonnie knows she lying. Girl, you just want to rub that into that man, okay? I mean, to that girl about what she got going on. We done dogged you out forever and always for being a hoe and a drug addict and a bad mama. And now this girl done got into this mess with the president, so now you feel like you can throw that up in her face, and that's all you want from her. She asked Shelby, how you get here? Shelby say, Rick outside in the truck. She said, ain't no Rick out there in that truck. I don't see nothing out there. She said, you is not. She took her keys. She said, you not finna mess up someone else's life. She called Sheriff Mobley to come through. And she lied, talking about she'll walk home. But she still asking about Anna, claiming like she's scared. And Bonnie said, no, you ain't no kind of sister that because I see sleeping with my boyfriend wasn't off limits. She said, oh really? Sleeping with the boyfriend was off limits? Well, why you slept with Brody? You knew he was in love with Anna. he was off limits to you, but didn't you just, didn't you have that sexual relationship with him back in the Gap? Okay, since you want to talk, let's talk. Bonnie didn't say much to her. She didn't give Shelby the keys, so Shelby had to walk on home, okay? Now, JB went to this bar and talked to this person named Tony, who told JB where Shelby was, who she was with, and added that she had a gang of money on her, honey. Child, the screen flips and we go to Brody with giving us sex appeal with a bun. And he called Bunny to see how she doing, but he ain't get no answer. He called he called Anna to see how she was doing, but Anna didn't answer that phone. But he did call Bunny and tell her, look, I called Anna to see how she was doing because I know you see what's going on in the news. She didn't answer, but I want you to know that I did give her a call. I'm still feeling you, but I wanted to make sure she was okay. And Bunny acted like she wasn't affected by it, but we could tell that she was pissed off about that. But girl, look, y'all sleeping with each other's people. Ooh, it's too much, baby. It ain't. Get over it, honey. Now, let's go back to JB because he done followed Shelby back to the room. And Rick laying up in there done snorted up all the dope. I ain't say her nothing, honey. And JB bust in there choking the hell out of damn Shelby about where his load is. Now, Rick is seeing this, but he's so high he can't seem to come up out the high long enough to help her out and get this man up from around her throat area, okay? But when JB dug down in her pocket and pulled that money out, for some reason he found his strength. He sobered up just long enough to cluck this man across the head with a bottle, and him and Shelby run up out of there. I said, Lord. Now let's go back to old dude, the killer, okay? He is going back to the diner, but Bunny done locked the diner up and about to get up in her car when he say he think he left his phone. He talking about his wife told him if his head wasn't attached to his body, he'd be in some type of terrible shape. Instead of her telling him, look, the place is closed, you'll have to return tomorrow and, be able to go in there and see what's up with that, she gonna open up the place, and instead of her just standing at the door and letting him look around in there, she inside the diner herself, digging all up in the booth. She found this little butter knife. I was thinking to myself, you might want to stick that in your pocket because it look like you might need it. While she looking for this here, she done told him to look over in her purse and get her cell phone. First of all, girl, I know it's country towns where everybody know each other, but you don't know him. You don't really know him. You done told this man to go in your purse, get your phone, and call his phone. And he lying telling you because your back turned, because you honestly looking for his phone. He telling you he dialing the number. But what he doing is putting his gloves on, getting ready to do you something. And that's exactly what happened. Because, baby, when she turned around, he grabbed her up by her throat area. I don't know what that is, baby. That's a southern thing where the nigga grab you around your throat. But this time, he is grabbing her by her throat so much, he got her lifted up off the ground. And, child, it went off there. I said, Lord, be a shield, be a whole shield. That's crazy. Child, I hope he don't. Well, we know he ain't gonna kill Bunny. We know he not gonna kill her. But that was it on this week's episode. Like I say, it's a little slow, y'all. But I'm liking it, and I am going to stick with it. And I thank you all for supporting me as I embark upon this journey to do not one, but 2 Tyler Perry shows. So, hopefully, it'll pick up a little bit. Either way, I'm here till it ends for the season. So, I'll be right down here giving you recaps, reviews, discussions, whatever you want to call it, honey. Queen Sugar supposed to come on tonight. I'm going to be real 1,000 with y'all. I don't know yet. I got to look at this show and see if I want to put it in my lineup. Also, I'm not trying to take on no reviews that's not going to really get no views on it. I'm in with the have and have nots because, my last review was like 11,000 views on that. So, that's kind of big for a little YouTuber like me. But I just, I don't need to take on nothing that's not going to be worth the time to sit there and do it. Because a lot of these shows, I really don't be really interested it, but for you all, I'll come down here and do it. You know, it's like a job, okay, on some of this stuff. But I'm going to look at it, and if I think I can stick with it and give you, you know, a decent review every week, I'll go ahead on and I'll do that. But that's all I have to say about this right now. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back for the next video. Peace.